Badu says, my secret is not in between my legs, but in between my ears. And I believe that's the witchcraft method that she uses. And the reason why it has so much effect is because most people don't give a fuck about listening to people. Most people just want to hear their own voice. And Erykah Badu has realized that us men, we're different. We like to feel like we're the best people on the planet. We like to feel like we're the most interesting people on the planet. And so she goes along with the male ego and gives them what they want. It's to the point that I remember a rapper saying, yo, Erykah Badu, she a bad bitch, man. The first time I was close to her, I heard she was in the other studio next to me. I did not want to ruin my life. I did not have time to fall in love with someone. So as soon as I heard that, I ran away. Like legit, a grown dude ran away from a woman because he wanted to focus on his rap, right? And so this method is a method that works, but remember, you have to be motivated to do this. If you don't give a fuck about people, if it's all about you, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. You have to develop the desire to learn about people. And usually if you don't know how to do that, you wanna practice metta meditation, people. Metta meditation will give you the give a fuck to listen to people. All right? Seriously. And meditation will give you more interest in people's lives, which will give you the ability to apply this method. Now, if you don't know how to do that, go to my Patreon, because today we're having a meditation on Zoom. So if you're part of the Patreon, you'll be able to join our meditation for free. And we also have uploaded a metta meditation. So just practice that metta meditation that I have on my Patreon and do it every day, and you'll notice that this method becomes pretty easy, okay? Now, let's begin with the video. And if you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org. Let's begin. All right, so the first thing is that you got to make sure you get the right person. They have to react appropriately. For example, if I'm dating someone and from the beginning it's difficult to get a text back, from the beginning there's a struggle to meet up, they're not as enthusiastic, then you don't want to use it on this person, all right? You're going after the ones that from the beginning show motivation. You don't want to go after the ones that you have to convince to see you. No, go for the easy ones. And I don't mean the 300-pound gorillas. I mean the people who match your energy, the people who come to you, the people who, when I go to, there's a smile on their face. There's no mystery. I don't have to fucking hire the Scooby-Doo gang to find out if she likes me. Go for the people that react to you. If you don't do that, what that says is truly low self-esteem. Those who like you, you don't like them back. That's really self-sabotage. That's just the truth. I'm sorry. Once you realize they react to you, then before the physical, you want to connect with the spiritual. I learned this as a guy, for example. I remember I would meet people, and generally speaking, when you would teach them meditation, you would notice that over time, people start to have a crush on you. That's something that's very interesting. That happens a lot. And even this used to happen a lot when I was a Christian, that some girls were into Father Alex when I was a fucking Christian, right? And I'm like rebuke Satan. What the fuck? Like one time these girls, I don't know if they like me or not, but I remember they wanted Bible class. We went up to my room, and I swear to God, people, I felt Satan. And I was a Christian, right? But I legit felt like there was like a force somewhere else, right? And what that was is that they were attracted to me. That's what I think. Most likely they heard of me being Christian and that I actually follow the rules. And a lot of people, what people don't know is that before you get really physical with someone, connecting on the spiritual level increases the physicality. In fact, cult leaders will tell you, even victims of cult leaders, even victims of art, right? They'll tell you that, yeah, they had a spiritual experience while having sex with the guy, even though it was traumatizing, but there was also like a crazy element that gave like that dick, a holy dick type of like energy, right? And that is actually a real thing. Like right now, this is why I call it the Manson method, because it really does work. Like before you get physical, connect on a spiritual level, and oh my Lord, the floodgates open. Now, how do you do that? Well, first of all, for example, it's having spiritual practice with the person, right? Or even better yet, if the religion goes against getting physical, resist. Oh, resist. because it makes giving into temptation even way better, right? It becomes a temptation. So even if the spiritual practice prohibits the physical, even better, right? Okay. Now, other ways you can connect with the spiritual without having to break spiritual rules is that one, mirror their ideas, right? Mirror their ideas and their points of views. So, if, for example, if I'm dating someone and she's pro BLM, an example, right? Shit, Black Power, motherfuckers. Like, I'm down with that. like, connect with those beliefs of theirs that are strong. Yes, it is being a little fake, but what happens is that over time, then once they're open to you because you're open to them, then you can actually tell them your true beliefs, and they'll be more open to it without having as much resistance. But the first key is to submit to their beliefs, and then they'll submit to yours, right? So yes, it is kind of manipulation, but at the same time, it's how you win people over. And so what are those mirrors? Well, find out what do they believe that's really strong to them, right? You can also find out what are their crushed ideas in the past, right? Crushed ideas. So if you're dating someone and they believe that people nowadays, an example with me is architecture, right? If I date someone and she's like, oh man, modern architecture sucks. I wish I could. They all suck. I'm like, oh really? Tell me more, girl. Like, yeah, they suck. I'm like, oh yeah, they do suck, man. Modern, like back then they used to build buildings so much better. She's like, yeah, I agree with that too. I'm like, yeah, I like you. Right? That's connecting with crushed ideas. Nowadays, architecture is fucking glass bullshit, right? So if I find someone that shares my beliefs, my values about that, especially values that most people don't have, I'm gonna be more open, which opens me up to the next things that's in the bottom of this, right? So find their crushed ideas and revive it. Mirror their ideas, right? Like I said before, and above all, connect with their dark side. This is why psychopaths tend to get, like, honestly, I've gotten a lot of calls, and it seems like psychopaths get a lot of pum pum. Like psychopaths, for the reason, one, that people could be honest with a psychopath. Two, psychopaths are fun when you first meet them until you get close to them, right? But they're fun because they're excited, they're exciting. They take risk. They come up with great ideas. They're exciting motherfuckers, right? But the next thing is that it causes people to then open up about their dark side, right? Like I always tell you guys that people, when psychopaths admit that they're psychopaths to their friends, people react differently. They say that a lot of people open up to them and say, oh, for real? You know what? I've always wanted to stab my sister, for example, right? And so you connect with their dark side. That's kind of like the Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. And people fall in love when they're able to be themselves around you. Like I legit, this happened to me. I fell in love with a girl who let me be my crazy self. Oh, she was so sweet. Wow, why was I so bad? And it's true, man. It does work. You do fall in love when you can connect with your dark side. It's kind of true, right? Now, dark side doesn't mean have to kill someone. Remember the cannibal chick that she told me how the first time she admitted to someone that she wanted to taste a human. She dated someone and they would just sit at the coffee shop and just point fingers. We're like, ooh, I would eat him. Ooh, I would eat her. Oh, nah, she looks a little untasty. And I'm listening to her and I'm like, my blood is like coming from this to this and all the way to my feet, by the way. And and they said that they fell in love because they were able to connect with that, and they never admitted that to anyone. And so connecting with their dark side is a form of spiritual connection. Right? It's a form of spiritual connection. So once you connect with them spiritually, always remember, treat them like an experience, not as a forever reality. So once you connect with them spiritually, the person's mind says, oh my God, this person is it. Like they start to develop what is in Buddhism called object permanence. It's actually a childlike state of mind that children think things will be there forever, right? They think in very like one way, in very myopic way, like this, you're a great person, you're horrible, my mom is great, you're sad, like just myopically. And this creates an object permanence that whenever you start to talk about the fact that this relationship will end, it creates fear in their hearts, right? Fear of you losing them, which is the equivalent of fear of death. And so this is great because now they're sensing that you could be, this person who I'm connecting with could flee. And you don't have to say nothing. It's actually in your detached attitude, in your inner peace. Your inner peace through your spiritual practice, which I hope you do, communicates that this is a transient experience. That who you are today, you won't be tomorrow. And most likely, just because I love you today doesn't mean I'm going to love you tomorrow. Get what I'm saying? It's understanding that people change, communicating that non-verbally, and put fear into a person's heart. This is why I genuinely love Erica Badu. As guys, we can learn a lot from her because she teaches men the feminine form of seduction that we all can learn from. And again, I call this cult game. Cult game, bro. I swear to God, it does work. I don't do that shit because the truth of the matter is that when you're using spiritual lures to seduce someone, you can sense your higher self saying that's wrong. Psychopaths are the only ones that could do this and take it to its limits because they have no ability, they have no compassion, no empathy. You get what I'm saying? That's why y'all haven't heard no crazy shit about me. Follow Alice as a call. Right? Now, the next one is using physical distance. Once you connected with them, once you know they react to you appropriately, right? Once you connected with them spiritually, mirror them, find out their crushed dreams, connect with them on their dark side, cannibal chick, right? Now you use physical distance. You pull away, right? You make sure, the thing about this is that make sure that before you do this, that they spend time with you, right? And this is why they have to react to you appropriately, because if you can't spend time because they're fucking busy or fucking grandma died or fucking granny fell down the stairs and choked on a freaking pork chop, who gives a fuck, man? Like, if you can't spend time with them, you can't use the physical distance. Because the physical distance is there. Before this is all here to create a connection, right? So remember, you entertain them. You go where they go. You smoke what they smoke, not crack, right? You see the world from their point of view, and then you create physical distance, which will cause them to want to see you, which will cause them to be more open to whatever you give them, right? Don't take fucking breadcrumbs, and then you come with who you really are. Then you tell them your true beliefs. Then you open up about this. Oh, fuck BLM. Who gives a fuck about that shit? Stealing money from people. It's true, right? And it causes them to actually fall in love with you harder, right? The physical distance. And now the physical distance could be anything, right? Granny fell from the stairs. I gotta work. Fucking granny's, you know, she's this, that, whatever excuse. I don't give a fuck the excuse, just give it. Once you have that distance, then when you come back, they take you with open arms. And then now you're the one asserting it. Then you show them this. Now they're the ones that are open to you, right? Now they're the ones that are gonna suck you in. They're the ones that are gonna fall in love with you. In the past, you were showing them that you were falling in love with them. Physical distance, come back with a little bit of coldness. Oh my God. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit, right? Now, a thing about this is that you wanna embrace your opposite gender throughout all of this, because the truth is that your opposite gender is what's gonna make them fall in love, right? And the opposite gender is not that you're a dude or a girl on the inside. Is that your behavior and habits and interests have elements of the opposite sex. That's really what's gonna do it. That's really what they're gonna fall in love with. Yes, this is what's gonna create them, give them the fuel to fall in love, but it's the opposite gender in you, truly, that people fall in love with. Again, I think about it in my life. It's if most guys really think about it, it's the masculine quality in a woman that we love the most. Oh man, she's so great, but man, she could fucking change a tire. Dude, man, she's amazing, man, but I could talk with her, man, I could go travel with her. She's like a dude, but I could bang her. I feel no guilt. Right? It's true, right? Now, somebody, if they can't fall in love with the opposite gender, they're toxic. I'm telling you, they're toxic. They're too insecure. They're too insecure. It's true. They're just too insecure. You can't be with them. If they can't admit that they like the dude, if I can admit that I like the dude in you, you don't want to be with that person. You know, like you want them to be completely fine with the opposite in you. They will fall in love with you deeply. You know, and that's the way I see it. Some people don't believe me, but I think it's a true thing. I think this strategy works. This is done by Erica Badu, and I am really certain that any dude can do this because it's truly a universal method. This is the feminine form of seduction, and because women are women, they fall for this more. And any woman who does this on me, I fall in love with it. This has happened to me, all right? And I don't think this is evil. I don't think this is manipulative. I don't think this fucking, like, this summons Satan. Like, it doesn't summon the devil. It truly, people feel loved and appreciated. In fact, when you come back after physical distance, that's when they start to transform. That's when people start to change into you, right? That's when people start to suck in your energy and become you over time. But you have to, this is the key. After you do all of this, you gotta have this. And every now and then, and a bonus, right? Which I don't even think is a bonus, it's just the physical distance can also mean just setting boundaries. Setting boundaries, but also verbally telling people that they've crossed your line. You let them know that. You have boundaries, right? So eventually you guys are gonna bump heads. It's very important that when you bump heads, you tell that person. Because this also creates that physical distance. This breaks. It's like a break in rapport, right? Everything was great, now they fucked up. Now they fucked up. And now it causes them, it has the same effect. They come back, but a little bit more tiptoeing. And then they're more open to your spirit as well. All right? Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if this makes any sense. Remember, make sure you go after people who react to you. Before the physical, connect with the spiritual, mirroring them, find out their crushed dreams, connect with their dark side, treat them like an experience, not a forever reality. After that, you create physical distance, or you make sure you set boundaries so that it could break this, so that then they're the ones entering your spirit. Embrace the opposite gender because that's what they fall in love with, and you'll notice that people will fucking become enchanted like it's a fucking magical spell. People will believe in magic because of you. Legit. Anyways, let me know what you guys think about this. And listen, usually if you struggle giving a fuck about people, if you struggle giving a fuck about entering the spirit, check out that meditation we posted on Patreon. It's the loving kindness metta meditation. It'll teach you guys how to fucking desire to connect with them. And it makes entering their spirit much easier. It really does. It truly does, because it increases your empathy. And don't forget, we're having a meditation, I think 1 hour from now. I think it's gonna be 30 minutes, so join the Patreon, and I'll see you guys in the Zoom meditation, all right? Take care.
So a lot of you guys have been asking me, how can I purchase all of your courses in one go? Well, if you guys want to purchase all of them, you guys can join the Mindful Attraction University, people. Yeah, that's right. And in this, you'll be able to access all of my courses for $3.99. Initially, if you purchase all of my courses, Emotional Mastery, Psychological Game of Attraction, my new course, The Feminine Woman, Natural Chemistry, Charisma Blueprint, Nice Girl, you guys can purchase all of it for $600. But with the bundle deal, you guys can purchase it for $3.99. Or you guys can purchase it in 3 easy payments of $125, people. Yeah, that's right. Or you guys can purchase it with the bonuses. So not only do you get the courses, but the bonuses. And that comes down to $7.99. Or 4 easy and mindful payments of $199. Now, these bonuses are not regular bonuses. These bonuses are legit, almost like courses within a course, right? So you guys can just click on the description down below and explore the types of bonuses. For example, I have bonuses on how to get over your ex, how to become more creative, how to, especially in the feminine woman, I have a bonus about how to penetrate the mind and how to speak in a way that gets people to do what you want them to do. Like, it's honestly one of the craziest sections that I've ever made, because most of these courses, people, I come up with those ideas in meditation retreats. Nobody goes to the extent that I go. I go to meditation retreats to create these courses. There's a 14-day money back guarantee. If you don't like it, just ask me for the money back within 14 days, and I'll give you all the money back. Father Alex has never rejected a money back offer if I offered it. So, and if you guys already purchased one of my courses, for example, and you guys want to get the bonuses while getting a discount, you know what I'm saying? I have discount codes for people who purchase my courses. So if you purchase my courses, just send me a private message. Or if you work with me one-on-one, I'll give you a big discount for the courses. And there I can help all of you guys understand that this is a movement. Most people never knew this type of knowledge before. And I am trying to empower women across the world and liberate them from these negative and one-sided relationships through these courses. So hopefully you guys can spread the message and help other people out. And I'll see you guys inside, or else I'm close to the